This is Deborah again, and I'm showing an update of my sunflower drawing. You can tell here that I've done several more leaves over here, and got a lot of ink on my hand right now. Is that called ink? I don't know. Graphite. Got a lot of graphite on my hand. But anyways, I've been doing a lot of detailing where I can make some of this stuff come alive a little bit. So it's just not flat like coloring in a coloring book. So what I've done here is I've added a lot of black. I didn't realize I'd use so much black on this. But I'm adding a lot of black, and I'm trying to make it where the green leaves come up and you can see, because the sun's coming from the back and it's very see-through, and you can see like right here. I brought him up, and I may even do a little bit more, but he's pretty wispy right here, this leaf. Make him kind of show through the leaf a little bit. Everything's a him and a her. Sorry about that. I give everything a character. And we'll color that and make it look like you can see the leaf through the back of the petal. And so I've been doing a lot of coloring. You see a lot of different colors. Remember, I told you nothing's ever one color. Look at all the different colors in this yellow here. And you want light spots where the sun's coming through. Right now, what is that? Make sure you know what everything is. You'll start working on your art, and before you know it, you just kind of, I don't know what that is, but I'll color this. No, you got to know what every petal is to make it look good. This is a flower petal. This is a leaf. So they have to look different. Now this little leaf right here, I'm going to work on it for a second. It's coming up behind here, and the sun will show through it a little bit, and you'll be able to see a little bit of this little tiny green leaf behind it. And I've got a little line that I can see. Now I can add a little gray. Excuse me. Sorry about the sound of these pencils rolling around. I've noticed that on the videos, but kind of noisy. So now we'll put a little gray, and it'll look like a shadow from the back side coming up. So we'll do a little shadow of this little leaf right here. And it doesn't look like much right now when I'm doing it. Put your back away. You got the little leaf showing. See, it's barely showing. And if you wanted a little more noticeable, put a little color on it. Be a little bit more noticeable. Kind of extends out. Now you have to go back and put a little more. Yeah. Oh, that's great. It looks black on camera almost. I hope everybody's having a good day. Enjoy doing your art today. Take a little time. Do your art because it's valuable. It's very valuable. Don't see yourself as small. What you're doing is important. Gives you time to think. We don't think enough in life. I think it was Carl Jung that said that most people don't think. Thinking is hard. No, thinking is difficult. So most judge. So thinking is when God starts talking to you, when you allow yourself to think. This is a good time to think when you're doing your art. And listen. And you'll learn things about life while you're doing your art. See how a little bit of change can affect something? Oh, it's a lot life. We don't want change. Sometimes we do want change, but we don't want to do it the way it needs to be done. We want it to be easy. Change is not easy. Change is hard. Because something in you has to die. Something you love has to die to change. a behavior you love. You may have to let go of some people you love because they're just bad influences in your life. They're not part of your goal in life. They just want a different thing for you. Don't just, discard them. But you just, their opinions cannot be more important than God. Your family's opinions cannot be more important than your relationship with God. Your society's opinions, your community's opinions cannot be more than your relationship with God. God's opinion has to matter more than anybody if you ever want to be successful in life and have a good life. Believe me, society, your parents, your friends, they all put a lot of pressure on you with their opinions. But their opinions cannot guide your life. They're just opinions. And they were formed through years of experience and what they believe. And that's good. Don't discard. Some of their beliefs are good. And some of them are not. And they're not good for you. So you have to kind of let some of that go. And it's a grieving process. It has to die. And that's the house of mourning. But the wise man lives in the house of mourning. He lets things die all the time. The fool don't want to change. The fool in us does not want to change. Ever. We have to realize that. We have to get a hold of that little devil in us that doesn't want. I don't know if I like this or not. I don't. I'll erase it. I want him to bend or something. He's just sticking straight up there. Maybe. See how it looks in the whole picture. This is one thing you have to do as an artist. You're drawing details and you get all caught up in details. But you have to step back from your work. Same thing as life. Step back and look at the big picture. Okay, in the big picture, it don't look too bad. In the big picture, it's not even important. Why am I stressing so much over it? It's not even important in the big picture. And I'm letting it just stress me out. That's life. Don't do it. Look at the big picture. Is this person's opinion going to be that important to me in the big picture more than God? More than the voice inside of me that tells me, do this, do that, this is the way to go. I'm supposed to listen to you over that. No, you're not. And it hurts when everybody don't agree. When people you love don't agree. It hurts because they're not going to approve. So you want their approval. Why? Well, that's your family. That's your friends. You want their approval. But you can't just live for their approval. Sometimes them friends have to go. Get new friends. Because they don't understand you, what you have designed for your mind, in your mind for your life. They're against what you're trying to do. And people come in your life for a season. It's just like Solomon said, King Solomon, Book of Ecclesiastes, there's a time and a season for everything. And friends are the same way. The friends you have in college, some of them you'll carry out with you. The friends you have in high school, most of them, 99%, you'll never see again the rest of your life. And their opinion is so important to you. And you'll never see them again after high school. But that's youth. Youth cares about what everybody thinks about them. That's the most important thing. But you'll grow out of that. You'll realize, why did I care so much about this jerk's opinion of me? You'll wake up one day. Can't care more than how God sees you. If God's happy with you and you know that in your spirit, and others are not, but you're doing the right thing, you know that it's truth to you, you know it's right, that God's talking to you. It's all good. Not telling you to do anything evil or wicked or bad or wrong. He's always going to lead you to the good. To be a good person, to care about others. You're never going to want to hurt people. When God's talking to you, He's not going to tell you to hurt somebody, ever. So if somebody's telling you to hurt somebody, that's not God. That is the adversary. Your adversary. And he's always going to lie to you, because that's what he is, father of lies. So whatever that little voice, it's the second voice, first voice that talks to you and says no is God, or he puts a good thought in your head, that's God. The second voice is your adversary. Oh no, this ain't gonna work, this is not gonna work. You just fool yourself. You know, that's the adversary. So listen to that first voice. This is a good voice. I'm letting this one show through a little more. I don't know why. Probably it's getting more sunlight. That's in my head. I'm making it. I'm creating it just like God created us. The Creator puts up who He will, and He takes down what He wants to take down. He puts up who He puts up, and He abases who He wants to abase, because He's the Creator. This is my creation. I put up who I want to put up, make them shine, and I take out what I don't want, because it's my creation. So, yeah, that's the way it works. Well, I hope you got a little bit out of this. Don't want to make my videos too long. What do you think? Am I getting somewhere? I'm learning as I'm teaching. I'm learning too. That's the way life is. You're the teacher and the student at the same time. Be blessed.